Hi everybody, it's Sarah, and today's video will be the May forecast for Cancer natives. This is Sun, Moon, and Rising sign in the sign of Cancer. Today we'll look at 6 different areas of your life, including what you're bringing forward into May, your biggest obstacle for the month, your biggest asset to work with for the month, your home life, your love life, both single and partnered Cancer natives, the outcome or where you will be at the end of the month, and then I will draw an additional card for the best stone for you to work with. I will be using a variety of cards today, and they will all be linked below. And of course, this is my take on the astrology and the cards, so because of that, it will not resonate with everyone, and that's okay. If it doesn't resonate with you, no worries. Just pass it on by, and I do hope you find what you're looking for. Oh, before I forget, one more thing. There will be another Mercury retrograde in May. I posted the dates up here, and I'm also working on a video overview for that as well. So be sure you subscribe so you don't miss that video. Okay, let's get started. So the first card will be what you're bringing forward into May. Oh, nice. Passion. You'll be bringing forward a new passion for life in May. We saw the changes begin to take place in late March and in April, and now you're more optimistic, confident, and hopeful. You've also started thinking about the future. You started thinking about some changes you want to implement in your life and some of the lessons that you've learned over the last year with the pandemic and your family. And these changes have left you feeling more optimistic and positive about the future. Now, I'm not going to lie, this hasn't been an easy year for you. You've been feeling stuck. You've been feeling betrayed. You've been feeling left behind. But things have started changing for you. From the spring equinox forward, we see things started shifting for you. You've asked for more happiness and a definite direction in life, and Spirit has answered. So if you're still feeling stuck as you watch this, take a moment, get still, and take a few deep breaths. Then place your dominant hand over your heart and the other hand on your lower belly, and just breathe for a minute. Once you get centered, you can mentally ask, or you can say out loud, for more happiness in your life, and you can ask for a sign for the correct direction that you should be following now. And then release the worry. Allow the messages to come to you, and they may not happen right now. It may take a couple of days even, but be on the lookout for synchronicities. Watch for people saying the same thing over and over to you again, and be on the lookout for the same repetitive theme showing up in movies, TV, books, other people just, singing a song that says, you're on the right path, keep moving, or something like that. So just be open to hearing the message, okay? But yeah, I think overall you're at a much better place than you've been actually the entire year as we begin May. You're feeling optimistic, you're feeling passionate about things again. Things matter to you a lot, Cancer, and you feel very deeply. But sometimes that can feel more of a burden than a blessing, and that's the way it's been lately. But like I say, things are shifting. So I'm really excited that you're getting your passion back for life and being more optimistic. So let's look at your biggest obstacle for the month. Bring love into the situation. The new moon in Aquarius. Well, this card is about making progress and moving forward. The new moon in Aquarius card means no looking back. Change is on the way, and it could come very quickly. So you can see where this could be an obstacle. Cancer rolls with the punches pretty good. Don't get me wrong, you do a lot better than the fixed signs. But you do like to have some notice of big changes happening. So it could be difficult in the month ahead to accept everything that happens with a smile when it's just happening really fast. The card suggests that you might need to do things too independently on your own. Your obstacle will be releasing some negative feelings around your current situation and bringing love into it. And if that isn't possible at this time, then no worries and no judgment. Hey, it's been a year of years, okay? Then at least stop the angry thoughts surrounding the situation. Work towards detaching yourself from the emotional energy around you and around the situation. Thinking outside the box will bring a solution, and then be ready when that solution shows up, even though it may not be in the form that you really expected. So I know that's kind of vague, isn't it? But the best way I can pin this down is you've been thinking about some things that have happened and you're still very angry, and rightly so. You're on the short end of things. Those thoughts are really stopping you from moving forward, and not so much the thoughts themselves, but the energy behind them. So it's going to be time to really work on releasing that energy. That doesn't necessarily mean you have to forgive and forget, no, but release that constant internal dialogue where you go and you replay the situation over and over. Release that, work on detaching yourself from the situation, and then be ready when the changes happen to jump out there and take advantage of them. This is going to be another month of opportunities for you, Cancer. Whether or not you decide to take them is up to you, and some of them will come back around later in the year or towards the beginning of next year. If something doesn't feel right, then definitely pass it on by until you find the right fit for you. Okay, and now the next card will be your biggest asset to work with. Oh, cool. The end of a tough cycle, full moon in Capricorn. We'll talk about divine timing, right? So while this card reminds us that we have to put in effort, it also signals that we're nearing the end of a cycle of lessons. Woohoo! And about time, right? This card also relates to money and career and all things having to do with business success. If you've kind of been on the fence about that, about maybe starting another job or developing your hobby into a side hustle, this is a good sign that that is the right move. You can expect a hiccup or two with Mercury retrograde, of course, so be extra diligent with your budget. But overall, things are changing, and changing in a positive way for you. If you're wondering, like I say, whether or not you should stay at a job or leave, this card is a very strong sign that it's time to go. This is the end of a rough cycle, so it's okay to relax some too during the month of May, because you've put up a good fight, and now finally you're coming into the end of this cycle, and it will probably be tied to the eclipse, but that's for another video. But yeah, I would say overall that your biggest asset to work with for the month is things are easing up and this old cycle is about to end. So very good. Very, very good. Okay, the next card will be your home life. Powerful changes. New beginnings are about to happen in your life, so just be open to them. And we can see that's already a theme for this month. You may have something that you're considering doing and you're weighing the possibilities, pro and con, and what you're thinking is basically a big negative may turn out to be the positive change that you've been waiting for, especially having to do with your home life or your home situation. Your home has been out of balance for a while, and that's totally normal with everything going on. I mean, let's be realistic. Come on. Before we can manifest what we want, we must first ground ourselves and balance our ego to our own needs. So in other words, it's time to stop putting everyone else ahead of you, Cancer. It's time that you took care of your needs too, because let's be honest, you're great at nurturing other people, and it's awesome that you want to do this and this gives you fulfillment. That's great. But who's taking care of you? And if you're not making time to take care of yourself, you're not able to give your full potential to anything. You're not able to focus as well. So it's time to focus on yourself as new beginnings are about to happen. And this card tells us to expect a powerful positive change. So you will need to be rested and centered to make the most of these new opportunities. So that sounds pretty good. Okay, let's do love life. And this is going to be for partnered and single Cancer natives. Step out of your comfort zone. I'm going to say it right now. Trigger warning, Cancer. I'm going to probably be perhaps a little bit too truthful. So if you're feeling kind of vulnerable, skip this part and go on. There is a timestamp in the description box. You can just move ahead of it. The North Node is where the moon crosses the ecliptic going north. It's a karmatic point on the horoscope chart, and it shows us what we need to do and what we need to let go of in our lives to find satisfaction, fulfillment, and happiness. The North Node is, as I said, karmatic. It's the karmatic astrological point that also reminds each of us the level of fulfillment and happiness that we long for is there, but we have to be willing to make big changes. So as you can see, this is an interesting card in your relationship sector. For single Cancers, I would read this as it's time to leave the past behind. You're moving forward, you're headed in the right direction. It's time to release maybe what you thought you were supposed to be doing and who you thought you were supposed to be dating. If you want to be happy and fulfilled, you need to remember that you aren't the same person you were in school. You aren't the person you were even last year, or even the person you were last month, because you are growing and evolving daily. So why are you still looking for love by dating the same type of person that you went after in school, or maybe in your early 20s? It's time to step out of your comfort zone and date different types of people. One complaint I often hear from parents who have Cancer, young adult children, is, why does she always pick the losers? And I usually listen to the client and let them tell me about how wonderful their adult Cancer child is, but then how they keep making the same repeating mistakes by dating people that are so messed up. The answer is Cancer has such an empathetic and loving heart that they see the potential in people, in almost everyone actually, and they just want to help nurture broken people. They just want to see people healed and out of that suffering. But unfortunately, dating them is not the way to go about it, because it almost never works. If you want to help someone, which is great, I applaud you for that, the best way to do this is not date them. That puts you in the eye of the storm, and also that's not how adults have healthy relationships. You need to be dating, living with, or marrying someone who is your equal, not your project. That's not fair to you, and it's not fair to your partner. So as soon as you learn the lessons, your romantic life will change dramatically, trust me. And I know that sounded harsh, but I see it over and over again. And if you believe that you need some help with this issue, I do offer heart healing energy sessions that combined energy work with some other elements. And I didn't want to turn this into a commercial, but if you need help, I'm here. So we'll just leave it at that. So now that every single Cancer out there feels triggered, let's look at partnered Cancers. This card is all about living your life's purpose. It's urging you to dare to do something different with your life and to take it in a different direction, to take action, to move forward. So are you willing to follow through and lead the life you're dreaming about, the life you were incarnated to live here on Earth? Or are you playing it safe? And is your partner moving in the same direction as you? And what type of partnership do you have? And also, what would happen to your relationship if you decided to quit your job and become an astrologer or open an animal sanctuary? What would happen? Would your partner be supportive, or would they think, that this was a really stupid move and that cause a bunch of drama and possibly even a breakup? So it's time to really think about those things. What's important to you? What you're really longing to do? And then also look at your partner and give them the benefit of a doubt too. Maybe talk to them about it. Because when we look at our partnerships, we need to be honest and realistic. How can you still be you and reinforce what you're supposed to be doing while still remaining true to the relationship, right? One way is, of course, by taking better care of yourself, not to sound like a broken record, but by doing self-care. And the other is having honest dialogue with your partner. And you might be surprised that you really are moving in the same direction. So I would encourage dialogue as well as getting a handle on what you really want. Obviously, you want to just talk things through. You don't want to make any drastic changes till about mid-July, really, because you want to be out of the shadow of Mercury retrograde. Okay, so let me recap what we've drawn so far before I draw the outcome. Things are getting better, you're more optimistic, and you're ready to go and get out there and do things and start living again. You're feeling optimistic, but you do still have that anger and that worry over things that happened recently. And it could very well be that energy is what's stopping you from moving forward. So you might need to address that this month. There are changes that are coming because the end of a tough cycle is here, but the changes also will come quickly. So you need to be in a good spot, rested and ready to go when they do arrive so that you can make the most of them. Single Cancers, if you're dating and you feel like you're not meeting the right person and every relationship seems to look like the last, it's time to really look at that and make needed changes. Partnered Cancers, it's time to really have an honest talk about what you like, what you want, and where you see yourself in the next 10 years, let's say, with your partner, and see if you are moving in the same direction, and if not, how you can rectify the situation. Let me draw the last card, which will be the outcome. Luck is on your side. I think this is a good card. This card, which is the new moon in Sagittarius, indicates that you're about to embark on a new cycle of fun after a period of feeling low and frustrated. So the energy is adventurous, and this card is all about exploring life, both metaphorically and also physically, by exchanging big ideas and working through our own philosophy. We can get out there and we can enjoy life in a whole nother way, which makes sense because you've been pondering some deep topics lately. So it's time to really formulate a plan. What do you want? And the sky is the limit. Luck is on your side, after all. The big takeaway from this card is that whatever happens next will be a gift. Even if that simply means expanding your worldview. Things are working out for you. You're ending a tough cycle. You're beginning a new cycle full of luck and adventure and optimism. So I don't think it gets much better than that, does it? So this has been a really good reading for you. One more card, the best stone. Oh, this is a nice stone. Agua Aura Quartz. So this is an interesting stone as it is a real crystal, but it is not a natural stone. The color is the result of a specific treatment process where the crystals are heated and fine vaporized gold is bonded to the stone surface. So this is created by a completely unnatural process that permanently changes the crystal. It actually does have a positive effect on the stone. And I know that may seem odd because we tend to look at things logically, but in this instance, we need to think energetically. The gold added to an already powerful quartz just adds another layer of positive energy, and powerful energy too, because gold is very powerful. So these crystals are used for strengthening your personal energy field, repairing the aura, and then once that's completed, they work to activate your chakra system. The crystal is also used to prevent psychic attack, but it can be too strong to wear for long periods of time if you're not used to this type of energy. So start off by meditating with the crystal and maybe wearing it for short periods of time till you get used to the energy. This is also a great crystal if you've been feeling tired, burnt out, or overwhelmed. Oh, and prolonged use will also stimulate the third eye and the throat chakra, making it a great stone to work with if you're looking to develop or increase your psychic gifts. Wonderful stone, relatively easy to find. Most crystal stores have it, and you can definitely get it online. So okay, overall this was a great month. If you would like a personal reading, you can find me at Serenity. I'll put the information up here and below. Or if you would like any help with any spiritual issues, I'm also available for energy sessions with that too, besides readings. Thank you so much for watching, and let's all say thank you to the patrons who made this video possible. Guys, once again, if you haven't, be sure and subscribe. Like this video. If it seems like it's resonating with you, let me know in the comments section below, okay? All right, take care, and I'll speak to you soon. Reiki blessings. Bye!